Top 10 notable people who have died of coronavirus. Number 10. Joe Diffie. If you're a fan of country music, odds are the news of Joe Diffie's passing hit you particularly hard. Diffie was an accomplished country music singer who released a ton of hit singles over the years. From 1990 to 2004, Diffie released 35 singles featured on the Billboard Hot Country Song chart. He remained in critical condition from the disease for 2 days, and he died on March 29 at the age of 61. He passed away in Nashville, Tennessee, which is a city deeply rooted in the country music scene. Diffie is the first country music star to succumb to the disease, and his passing was noted by his peers with heartfelt posts on Twitter, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Number 9. Floyd Cardoz. Fans of the hit series Top Chef are in mourning following the death of celebrated Indian-American chef Floyd Cardoz. The talented chef was the winner of Top Chef Masters in 2011 and was well known for his many entrepreneurial forays in the world of gourmet food. Cardoz traveled from Mumbai to New York through Frankfurt in early March. He soon fell ill and tested positive for COVID-19. He died from complications of the virus on March 25 at a hospital in New Jersey. Cardoz was 59 years old at the time of his death. He leaves behind his wife/business manager, Barkha, and their 2 sons, Justin and Peter. Number 8. Maria Mercader. Though she may not have been as well known to people outside the world of news, Maria Mercader was a driving force in news and reporting for CBS, where she worked for more than 3 decades. Mercader began her professional career in 1987 as a page at CBS. She shifted from page duty to the network's news program with CBS NewsPath, where he produced various pieces distributed via CBS affiliate stations. For more than 2 decades, Mercader fought cancer and other illnesses, and when she went to a hospital in New York City for treatment, she succumbed to COVID-19 at that location and passed away on March 29 at the age of 54. Number 7. Terrence McNally. Terrence McNally was a prominent playwright, screenwriter, and librettist, who was often described as the Bard of American theater. He was considered to be one of the greatest contemporary playwrights of the American theater, and he earned that distinction through 56 years of work in the field. He received the coveted Tony Award for Best Play for 2 of his works, and the Tony Award for Best Book of a Musical for another 2. His work is played around the world, and his passing was a blow to everyone who loves the theater. On March 24, he passed away following complications from COVID-19 in a hospital in Florida. He was 81 at the time of his passing. Number 6. Princess Maria Theresa of Bourbon-Parma. Princess Maria Theresa of Bourbon-Parma was a French-Spanish member of the House of Bourbon-Parma, which is a cadet branch of the Spanish royal family. She spent her life working to further social causes as an activist, which earned her the nickname Red Princess. She followed this with another doctorate in political sociology from the Complutense University of Madrid. She was an activist in the areas of women's rights and other important matters. On March 27, Princess Maria Theresa died at the age of 86 from complications brought on by COVID-19. She was the first royal to die from the disease, though she wasn't the only one infected, as Prince Charles battled the disease with only mild symptoms. He remained in self-isolation for a week and fortunately survived. Number 5. Nasham Wooden. Folks may not immediately recognize the name Nasham Wooden, but it's not because he wasn't famous, it's due to people being more familiar with his drag queen persona, Mona Foot. Interestingly, he came up with the persona while working as a manager in a Manhattan men's clothing department at Patricia Field's boutique. Wooden later appeared as Mona Foot in the film Flawless, where he also performed the song of the same name with the Ones. Wooden phased out his Mona Foot identity in his later life, and while he did test positive for HIV, he had an undetectable viral load. That infection didn't appear to be the cause of his death, as he died as a result of complications from COVID-19 in New York City on March 23. He was 50 at the time of his death. Number 4. Manu Dibango. Emmanuel Njoku Manu Dibango was a Cameroonian musician who was well known in the world of jazz, as he was a prominent songwriter and saxophonist. Dibango's career began at the age of 15 after he moved to Paris just after World War II. He played saxophone and piano and quickly became a regular in the European jazz circuit. He became an international sensation with Soul Makasa, which was originally planned to be a B-side to an anthem he wrote in celebration of Cameroon's success in hosting the 1972 Africa Cup of Nations football tournament. News of Dibango's illness came on his Facebook page, which noted he was hospitalized with an infection from COVID-19 on March 18. His Facebook page confirmed the following week that he passed away on March 24 from the virus at the age of 86. Number 3. Lucia Bose. Italy is one of the hardest hit nations where COVID-19 is concerned, and it seems nobody is safe from infection. Lucia Bose was a prominent actress in her native Italy, where she rose to fame during the period of Italian neorealism, which kicked off in the 1950s. She originally worked in a bakery, but in 1947, she won the second edition of the Miss Italia beauty contest, which launched her career as an actress. On March 23, she passed away from pneumonia complicated by a COVID-19 infection. She was 89 at the time of her passing. Number 2. Daniel Agelé. Daniel Agelé was a comic book artist and educator who was well known and respected in and out of Brazil. His work was highly regarded in the art community, and he is probably best known for his children's series, Turma do Lam Lam. Agelé was born in Rio de Janeiro and raised in Ipanema, a neighborhood located in the southern parts of the city. At the age of 21, he created a newspaper strip called Capitão Cipo, and just 5 years later, he launched Turma do Lam Lam. His work helped to teach the children growing up in the 1980s about ecology, art, design, and many other subjects. Agelé died in his hometown of Rio de Janeiro at the age of 72. He was hospitalized for 2 weeks for leukemia treatment, and while there, he was infected with COVID-19, which caused complications, ending his life. Number 1. Dr. Li Wenliang. For most celebrities, their fame is established during their lifetime, but for some, that distinction is only granted posthumously. That's certainly true of Dr. Li Wenliang, a Chinese ophthalmologist who worked at Wuhan Central Hospital in China. Wenliang essentially became a whistleblower where the virus was concerned, and he paid for it. On January 3, he was admonished by the Wuhan police for making false comments on the internet. He went back to work and later contracted the virus from a patient. Dr. Wenliang passed away on February 7 at the age of 33. He was posthumously exonerated and offered a solemn apology for the admonishment he received by the Communist Party of China. If only his colleagues had listened to him, there likely wouldn't have been any names to put on this list. 10. Don't forget to wash your hands, keep your distance from others, and remember, we will get through this.